Hello folks, and welcome along to rounds number 2 and 3 of the Dunlop Masters Superbike Championship. The sun is shining on us here in Mondello Park in what is certainly to be an action-packed day. We've got full classes in both Superbike Cup and Superbike Pro classes in what should be one of the most interesting Dunlop Masters series yet to come.
Cheers, thanks very much. Good to be back.
You're on a new Suzuki by the look of it.
Yeah, I was riding the 600 back in 2015, so time to move up to the big boys, give them a go, you know.
You're concentrating on the Dunlop Masters for the 2019 season.
Yeah, that's the crack again. We'll go with that anyway. We'd like to get up the north for a couple of rounds this year as well and see how that goes. But we're only 6 rounds here now, so the least we can do is come here and do that.
I believe you made a few changes to the bike over the winter, different electronics and stuff.
No, I actually didn't touch anything that side. Just brakes, put on PFM brakes, and that was all I done. I was going to go at the engine, and I said no, I'll leave it alone. It'll be all right.
Really enjoying the race and all the riders around. There's some great turnout, great people. So yeah, the bike is on with Round Tower Plantar, Tony Carton and Peter McMahon, ICL, and I really want to give the boys a good result this weekend. So we're hoping to keep steady and get a good result.
There are 6 rounds of the Dunlop Superbike Championship for 2019. Each round contains 3 races. Double champion Richie Ryan won the opening race this weekend on the Yamaha R1 as he looks to make it a hat-trick of titles. And as a result of that win, he's on pole for this race 2 on a dry day here at Mondello Park. 14 laps around the 1.9 kilometre national circuit. Ryan on pole on the Yamaha. Man in black on the staggered grid. Luke Johnson alongside on the BMW. James Kelly also on the front row of the grid. Peter Maloney, second to Ryan last season, on row 2 on his new Suzuki. Dean Fishburne, also on the second row, is the leading Cup racer. Just waiting for the man now with the red flag to clear the grid. And what a start by Ryan. Kelly from the outside of the front row in second. To the first corner. Maloney will start behind Johnston. Pressure from the Waterford rider on lap 1. Ryan though streaks away. It's Luke Johnson in third place as we go into this double apex right-hander. Johnson takes second place, goes under Kelly. Only try to get past Kelly as well as we head down towards the Bridgestone S's for the very first time. 14 laps around the national circuit here at Mondello Park. Richie Ryan, dominant figure last season. Continued that domination in race 1. Maloney has a little look down the inside, but Kelly snaps the door shut as we head down to end lap 1. Richie Ryan leads by 1.5 seconds on the Mobil 1 Yamaha. Really, even at this stage, scrapping for a place on the podium. Really good entry for the main Superbike class this season. Many upgrading from the Cup to the Pro class for 2019, all aiming to beat the dominant Richie Ryan. Well, there's a host of riders competing in the Cup class as well, all parts of the Dunlop Masters Superbike Series. So it's Ryan still leading. That's Dean Fishburne, number 44 on the Suzuki, the leading Cup rider in 5th. Class for novice and less experienced riders. Fishburne out of his outside Motor Factors corner as the riders head down the main straight here at Mondello to complete yet another lap. That's Joe Grant on the multicoloured bike going through to start another lap. Fast sweeping left-hander. Through this double apex right-hander, turn 3. The Waterford rider on the Kawasaki, another of the Cup contenders for 2019. It's still raging up front, but there's plenty of battles going down through the rest of the field as well. End of lap 4, Ryan still lead. Fishburne remains in 5th place, the leader of the Cup class. Fishburne finished 6th in the opening race this weekend on that Suzuki. Terrific entry across all the classes this weekend on the opening round of the 2019 season. Superbikes in particular, as they head down to start lap 5 and into turn 1 they go. That's Darragh Trapp with Emmet O'Grady and Michael Prendergast for company. He certainly has been mugged going into turn 3. O'Grady, the former Supersport champion for 2018, now in the Superbike class on that Honda CBR. Prendergast on the lone Ducati, working their way through the field as they head to Southside Moto Factors corner for another time. Final corner of that lap. O'Grady, who had a big crash in practice on the day before the opening race of the season. He was 6th in the opening race this weekend. The battle for third continues. James Kelly on the Suzuki. Peter Maloney, who switched to the Suzuki this season, the Dungarvan man, moving over from the BMW. Going through 241, Dublin's Tomás O'Grady on the EICL BMW, currently 5th. Maloney's gotten past James Kelly as we finally reach half distance in this 14-lap race. He's now 3rd, a long way behind Ryan. Luke Johnson, they are the 1-2. Maloney now in 3rd. Maloney, ever the bride last season, so many second places, 11 in total to Ryan. No wins to his credit, but 2nd in the championship. Yellow flags being waved at the final corner. We have a rider off in the kitty litter. And there he is, it's the Kawasaki of Dean O'Grady from Kerry. Sadly, his race has run. He will not be able to remount. Well, Maloney still leads Kelly. Just in the distance there, hard to the right-hand side, that's the Suzuki of Dean Fishbourne. He was leading the Cup class, but he's out now, so that elevates Joe Grant to the leader of the Cup class at this particular juncture. But Maloney from Dungarvan, moving across from BMW to Suzuki this season, one of a number of manufacturers taking part in the series, ranging from Yamaha, Suzuki, Kawasaki, Aprilia and Ducati. Yellow still at the top corner. O'Grady, Wilson and O'Keefe go through, battling now for the minor places, 5th, 6th and 7th. That's Joe Grant of the Kawasaki. Already seen Joe, now leading the Cup. We're missing Dean Fishbourne, as we said. Fishbourne's race run at the end of lap 4. Grant overall is in 8th place. That goes through. That's Emmet O'Grady in 9th place on the Honda. O'Grady racing with a missing finger. Lost it in a work accident. Brave thing to be racing. Minus a digit. Booking Superbike. Expect to see him higher though, 7th in the opening race of the weekend. O'Grady though, up from the Super Sport class last season. Richie Ryan from Kilkenny on the Yamaha, the man in black, reminiscent of the late Robert Dunlop, the original man in black when he raced on circuits here in the UK on the Norton. We're on the last lap. Ryan, the 2017-2018 champion, winner of race 1. He has been the dominant force in the Superbike series for the last couple of years, and he's continuing in that vein. Luke Johnson from Armagh, 2nd in race 1. Looks like he's going to be 2nd again. Down from the top corner they come for the last time at the end of the 14-lap race. He's won race 1, now he's won race 2 as well. 2.7 seconds the gap between him and Luke Johnston. Maloney will be in 3rd place, ahead of Kelly, Tomás O'Grady, Jamie O'Keefe and Joe Grant in 8th place, the leading Cup rider home. Grant takes the maximum points as well in the Cup class, ahead of Steve McGill and Darragh Trapp.
Well, you happy to be on the podium?
Sure, look, I'd rather the bike was going better and not be on the podium, but this is the way it is, you know.
And in 2nd position, Luke Johnson. Luke, happy enough?
Happy, yeah, very happy. There's just no catching this man at the minute, so.
Yeah, I was thinking that myself, looking up there at the turn 3, he was gone really.
Yeah, I made a mess at the start, to be fair, so yeah, not much we can do about it. Once he's gone, he's gone.
And our winner, Richie Ryan. Richie,
Yeah, good, I suppose. You know, hopefully the next race now is going to make things a little more awkward on me. The three of us are going to be starting on the second row now for the next one, so hopefully that'll make it a bit more interesting. You know, 14 laps not easy out there, so just try to pace it a little bit. You know, I had a gap after the first couple of laps, but I know Luke can be strong at the end of the race as well, especially if there's a couple of back markers involved or whatever. But you know, we still have another race to go here, and you know, anything can happen. It's not a done deal yet.
next up we will have the cup presentation, and in third position we had Dara Trapp.
14 laps around here, you'll feel it, you know what I mean? To be honest with you, I wouldn't be here without the support of Brian and Nuala Highland. They're here today to sponsor me this year. They're giving me a dig out after all the trouble I had from last year, and this is the only way I can really repay them, and this is for them again. Thanks a million, fair play to you.
Second position we had Stephen McGill.
We're getting there, slowly but surely. It's just understanding these Dunlop tires are great, last forever, but tire pressures is critical. So,
Yeah, I believe that the hot pressure is what it's all about, is it?
yeah, big time, 22, perfect.
And our winner, Joe Grant. Oh, go on, Joe.
Oh, it's a long time coming. First win on the Superbike. Finally got into 56s. Fastest man in the garage. Haha, Kev. But yeah, no, great crack. The lads rode very well. Once Dean went down, I just managed the gap, and hopefully Dean's all right and he get out for the last race. So happy days, and thanks lads for all the help.
So that's it for Superbike round 2, and what a fantastic race indeed it was. And we'll be back very shortly with Superbike round 3.
Welcome back to part 2, 6 rounds of the Dunlop Superbike Championship for 2019. Each round containing 3 races. We've had 2 races, and we've seen a dominant win in race 2 for Richie Ryan. So how will the final race unfold? And there's oil on the track from an earlier race, so that may shake things up as we join Jim Halligan on the grid.
I'm looking forward to this. So we've made progress each race. We made some changes in the last one, some good, some bad, but we're at a development stage, but we're not too far away, so all is positive and good.
I think the conditions might suit you or Jamie over there. I think you could pull a surprise out of the bag in this one.
I'll throw a few jumps and a few berms in there and we're away in a hack, you know, so no, we're looking forward to it. There's some great lads after showing up for this championship, and that's what makes it brilliant, so looking forward to it definitely.
Front row.
Yeah, no, it's nice not to have anybody in front there, right? I would say, you know, we get a good start. It's like an obstacle course out there. I don't know, it's not on the line, but it's just as you kind of cross over.
Yeah, it's funny because you can either use half the circuit in some places and the other half on the other half of the lap. But we've seen in the Super Sport the times were way off, maybe 3.5 seconds. So what are you thinking?
Just I hope not 3.5 seconds, or Richie will be going by me in the first corner. But I will see if it's going to be whoever adapts to the lines. I think first, you know. It's not good. The times aren't really going over there, but we'll see. Richard will probably still bang in a low 54 or something anyway.
New rules for 2019 sees the front 2 rows of the grid reversed for race 3. So James Kelly Suzuki is on pole. Alongside will be Tommaso Grady and Jamie O'Keefe. Richie Ryan, winner of the opening 2 races, is on the second row of the grid. Ryan consistently in the 54-second lap times, the other best in the 55, so he's still the man to beat. And this is a 12-lap race. Race 3 of the weekend. Again, waiting for the man with the red flag to clear the grid before we go racing. As we mentioned, there is oil on the track. A lot of cement dust has been laid down, so that may change things here. That's a terrible start for Luke Johnson from the middle of row 2 as Kelly leads into turn 1. Ryan, a good start, but he's had it coming together with Jamie O'Keefe. Thankfully, both riders are still standing as we head into turn 2. You can just see it. There's Ryan on the right-hand side. A little bashing and boring, but thankfully both riders still standing. So we're back racing, and Kelly leads, Maloney now in second place, and Richie Ryan in third. Maloney up to second from the outside of row 2 in the Suzuki. Now can he hold off Ryan? This race last season was a great battle between Maloney and Ryan. Ryan Maloney looking for his first win of the season. Just pipped on the line, and now he's lost second place as well. Ryan up to second. He's got Kelly in his sights. I did mention it. Riders have to be careful. There's cement dust and an oil leak. You can see it there. Coming into the Bridgestone S's. Laid down by an earlier race this weekend. Plenty of support races to the Superbike series. Ryan has a little look down the inside. Maloney watching brief in third. So it's Kelly, Ryan, Maloney, Luke Johnston, Jamie O'Keefe, your top five. And Ryan takes the lead. Just dips under Kelly as they go into turn one. Really set him up on the top corner. Just darted past on that Mobil 1 Yamaha R1. Reigning champion Ryan looking to make it 3 wins in a row, having dominated pre-season testing and having won races 1 and 2 this weekend. Ryan and the other riders, biggest ever lineup of pro riders to contend with. Currently 18 registered for the top Superbike division. Lap 3, Ryan starting to pull away. The real battle is now for second place. Kelly, Maloney and Johnston. Puff of cement dust as he headed towards the Bridgestone S's. He's got Maloney for company on that Suzuki. He's just going to have to be patient this year. Peter Maloney, he was well used to the BMW last season, but the Suzuki is a completely different beast. Hopefully he can get up to speed and challenge Richie Ryan as the season unfolds. 18 races to be contended this year. Richie Ryan has won the first 2. And we have a rider down at the final corner. It's outside Moto Factor's corner. It's Stephen McGill. The Aprilia won't be able to remount. A newcomer is in the gravel. His race is run. He won't be able to get started again. He's okay though. Thankfully, as we go back to Kelly and Maloney's battle. Maloney, incredible 11 second places last season. He just couldn't beat Richie Ryan. That's continued this weekend. Still those yellows being shown, so no overtaking. Maloney will be hopeful, and as the season progresses though, his switch to Suzuki from the BMW will prove fruitful and he'll get closer to Ryan, but he's got Kelly to contend with. Luke Johnston watching brief in fourth. Masters Superbike Championship, Ireland's largest motorcycle racing championship. Tracks some of the best of Ireland's short circuit racers, many of whom regularly compete on the support package to the British Superbike Championship, along with occasional appearances by top road racers backed by an impressive lineup of local stars and up-and-coming young riders. The series started back in 2011. So yellow flag still being waved. They've actually been pulled in now, so Maloney is going to take his chance and dive under Kelly and take that second place. That's a clever bit of riding from the Waterford man. You can just see it there to your right hand side. The flag's been pulled in and the bikes haven't passed that flag, so it's a perfectly legal overtaking manoeuvre. Oh, we've got 2 off at the final corner as well. Jamie O'Keefe and Emmett O'Grady off at Southside Motor Factor's corner. Thankfully both are okay. Here's that incident again. Both just slid off under their own power. Both okay, and Marshall's trying to move away those stricken machines. Ryan way ahead now. He's actually catching the back markers on his way to winning his 3rd race of the weekend. Can anybody catch him this season? Can anybody get close to Richie Ryan? Well, they haven't done on the opening 2 races this weekend, and they won't do it for the 3rd race. A hat-trick of victories as he pops the wheelie down the main straight. Maloney in 2nd place, Kelly in 3rd, for the 3 seconds back in 3rd places. So that's the results of the final race of the weekend. Richie Ryan on the Yamaha wins. Peter Maloney in second and James Kelly in third place. Further back, the Cup result. Joe Grant took his second consecutive win in the Cup class on the Kawasaki. Stephen Tracy, his first ever position on the podium, in second in the Cup on another Kawasaki. Dean O'Grady completed the top 10. So after the opening 3 races, 3 out of 3 for Richie Ryan. He leads the championship, a 22-point advantage from Luke Johnston. Peter Maloney is in third place. In the Cup, this is the official result. 6 riders: Joe Grant, Stephen Tracy, Dean O'Grady are your top 3. And this is the points after the opening 3 races of the 2019 season. Joe Grant leads ahead of Stephen Tracy and Frank Doherty as we head for the podium.
Yeah, bad weekend to be honest with you. Bad luck all weekend, small things going wrong. Back brake stuck in the first race, battling for the podium. But a bit of luck came my way there that time, so I'm happy.
Delighted.
Absolutely delighted, yeah.
I know, happy enough. I had serious problems last year with the bike. Starting to gel with it now. I've a good crowd in my corner, so can't thank them enough for it. So
it's a while since I seen you up here on the Tough Step.
I know, yeah, it's a long time coming. I'm here 3 times this weekend, but I stopped listening to Peter and started listening to Jack, and I think that's why I'm here.
Brilliant.
No, very happy. All the lads now, in fairness, helped out. You know, Wicked, the pit boards were so handy in that race. I knew I could manage to get back to the lads. Great to get a couple of wins and a second place, fastest ever lap. So, and they all love me apparently. So happy out.
No, I enjoyed the race. Like I was going to battle back, but I kind of had in my head that he was passing the yellow, but it didn't really matter anyway. But kind of made me just kind of bring it home because there's soil all over the track. Like
it was better now that round or that race, but it was actually a pity. The oil was all over the track, so I would have liked to see what she could have done with the full use of all the track, you know. So I'm not that brave on the Cementos. She's already after being upside down once already this year, so I'll be divorced if I go home with her in bits again.
Another hat-trick here at Mondello, Richie. Fantastic stuff.
Yeah, same as the end of last year, I suppose, and great to get the 3 wins again. So glad to see Peter here on second, and you know, I think when he gets another couple of meetings under his belt, maybe or even a couple of tractors, he'll be able to push me a bit more there. Just want to say thanks to all the lads and the crew for coming up today, and there's a lot of extra lads around there came today to see the race and so, and thanks to all my sponsors as well, Mobile One, Oil.e, Burke Lubricants. I have VTL on board there this year as well, Sino Truck, so you know, big thanks to all those as well.
So that's it, and that concludes our action here for rounds number 2 and 3 of the Dunlop Masters Superbike Championship. The sun was shining, the crowds flocked here to Mondello Park, and what fantastic racing indeed it was. Richie Ryan was in absolute dominant form on his R1 Yamaha. Luke Johnston had a great run aboard his BMW, and Peter Maloney taking a stunning podium finish. That's it for our action, but we'll be back in action again in Mondello Park in a couple of weeks' time with rounds 5 and 6 of the Dunlop Masters Superbike Championship.